What's up guys, I'm on holidays again and today I'm in Malacca, the historical city which is listed as the UNESCO World Heritage Site. In this video, I'm going to show you what are we going to do in this 3 days 2 nights road trip, and I'm hoping that this will be the guide for you if you ever want to come to Malacca. What are the best things you can do over here, what are the local food that you should eat, and what are the places that you must visit. Let's go! We walk towards to the riverbank of Malacca River, passing the Jonker Street area with many shops with historical architecture design. These heritage buildings are dated back to 17th century. The Baars and Nyonya Museum is one of them, which showcases the richness of the culture and life of the pre-World War II Peranakan homes. You can book a guided tour if you are interested. Malacca was a simple fishing village until the 15th century. The Malacca Sultan aligned with China to fight against the Siamese. Since then, many Chinese settled in Malacca and married with the local Malays. And then the Portuguese arrived and took over Malacca in 1511, then passed down to the Dutch hands in 1641, and eventually the British gained control. And finally, Malaysia gained independence in 1957. The rise and fall of these settlements has lent an assortment of cultural influences to Malacca, which is still alive and visible today. We picked to stay in Liu Men Hotel not because only it is located at the center of Jonker Walk, but it is because we read that it is an 80 years old building turned boutique hotel. Our room is a modernized Peranakan room. Dark brown timber flooring, mahogany furniture, white tile, black countered, dry and cozy. The courtyard is where the breakfast was served. The highlight is the spiraling flight of wrought iron staircase leading to the first floor, and is functional. Other furnitures capture the essence of Peranakan culture with vivid shapes and colors. We walk along the riverbanks, which is an ideal way to see the historical city of Malacca. There are endless Instagram-worthy spots that you can take pictures. There are many murals drawn on the old buildings on both sides of the river. There are many hipster cafes on both sides of the river where you can sit and admire the street arts and graffiti. We cross the bridge from Jonker Street side to the other side of the riverbank, which looks significantly different from the traditional Chinese architecture. Here is where the Dutch Square is, which is also called Red Square, as most of the buildings are painted in red. You can ride on those colorful trishaws waiting for you in front of Stadhuys. However, I felt that it is a little bit kishy and it's a little bit too touristy, so I decided to skip it and walk a little bit further to the front to the stores to get some local handcrafts. Behind the Dutch Square is St. Paul Hill. St. Paul Church is right at the top and it is the oldest church in Malaysia. The church remained in use until the Christ Church was built. Besides churches, there are many temples and mosques in this multicultural city. Not far from our hotel is the Cheng Hong Ting Temple. It is one of the oldest Chinese temples in Malacca. It has magnificent architecture and was awarded a UNESCO Award for Outstanding Restoration. This street is also called Harmony Street because besides the Chinese temple, there's a mosque and Hindu temple coexist harmoniously. We know that our trip to Malacca is not complete if we do not try the local foods and delicacies. This shop is famous for Nyonya kueh, which are bite-sized sweet desserts and sweetened primarily with palm sugar. And we have Nyonya food as for dinner at Amy Heritage Nyonya Cuisine. And don't forget to try out satay chulup in Malacca, which you are unlikely to find this fantastic food elsewhere. It is meat, seafood and vegetables on a skewer cooked in a boiling satay sauce. Next, coconut shake, specialty from Malacca. We head to Klebang Original to get the freshest coconut shake. Chicken rice balls are rice that compress and shaped like a golf ball, which is unique. And there are many stores that sell chicken rice balls in Jonker Street. And the best meal that I had was surprisingly not chicken rice ball or satay chulup that are famous in Malacca, but a shop that is specialized in burger that is called Baboon House. The burger I had was definitely unique as that was tender porkchop instead of beef patty served with watermelon cubes on the skewer. But what attracted me the most is the ambience and the architecture of the cafe. The last spot before we leave Jonker Street and the Red Square area is the Maritime Museum. The museum is housed in a replica of a ship that sank off the Strait of Malacca back in the Portuguese era. It tells about the trading activities and the seafaring history of Malacca in the old days, and it has plenty of exhibits, artifacts, ancient coins and documents in the Portuguese era.
We shot fireworks and drank till we felt good, and the sky was clear.
On the next day, we decided to explore a little further from the Jonker Street area and decided to visit Kampong Morton, a traditional Malay village which is dated back to the early 20th century. We walked around the village and admiring the various colorful wooden Malay houses that are well maintained. We also went to the Portuguese Settlement but was disappointed because there's not much activities and deserted. We also dropped by Hang Lipo's well, which is the oldest well in Malaysia. There are other places we want to go but we are not able to due to some reasons. For example, the Taming Sari Revolving Tower was under maintenance while we want to visit. Another place worth to mention is the Taman Mini Malaysia and Mini Asian. We stopped by while we were driving back to Kuala Lumpur at Aikro. The park houses different traditional houses of all the different states of Malaysia with the respective characteristics. Some of the houses were under refurbishments while we visit, but we are able to have a glimpse of the furnitures, the fixtures and handcraft of certain states, and hopefully the refurbishment will complete soon. We end our trip to Malacca and Mini Malaysia while going back to Kuala Lumpur, and I hope you enjoy watching our video. Please subscribe to our channel, tap the notification bell and give me a thumbs up. See you in our next video. Peace.